Hi, I'm Fran Tarkenton. Yes, I played football for 18 years in the National Football League. And the scouting report on me was slow but small. I was drafted in the third round, which meant that they didn't think I could really play. I played under Bud Grant, and man, did he teach me a lot. But also, I played in all-star games under Vince Lombardi and Tom Landry and Don Shula, and I learned from them. I just absorbed all they had, and their DNA became my DNA. In business, I worked all my life. All the years I was playing football, I was working, I was building businesses. I built 20 companies, built them with my hands in the dirt. I built technology companies, insurance companies, had great partners. And I learned from all of these people. Yeah, I got to meet Stephen Jobs way back when he got fired from Apple. Larry Ellison, the founder and icon of Oracle. John Akers, the chairman of IBM back in the 80s. Jimmy Robinson, the chairman of American Express back in the 80s. Sam Walton, I worked with him for 5 years. What a blessing that was. I learned from all of these people. And because of that learning, I was able to make my businesses work. Did I make mistakes? Oh, thousands. Tens of thousands. Did I just fall down and get disappointed and disgruntled? Yes. But football taught me to get back up. And through all of this, I've learned a lot about business and I've learned a lot about life. And I want to share with you 7 things that I've learned that I think will be helpful to you. And I start with this. What is the mission of business? You ever thought about that? What's the mission of business? Is the mission of business to make money? That's a byproduct of the mission for me. I really think the mission of business is to help people. The mission that I had as a quarterback was to make my teammates better. I had to be a coach on the field and off the field. I had to understand everything about it. I had to get rid of selfish me. Stop looking at myself in the mirror and worrying about me. I worried about my teammates. I knew that teams win, individuals don't. Business is no different. My mission in business is to help people. If that's my mission, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that our products are relevant, that our products have value, that we increase and improve the value of those products, that the customer experience is the best my customers have ever had. If my mission is to make money, then I will compromise my principles and I will have no sustainability of that business. And that's a really important lesson for all of us to learn, because so many people think the mission of business is to make money. Yes, we want to make money. We want to create value. We want that, but that's a byproduct. And remember, the core mission of business is to help people. Never forget that. Business maxim number 2. People have to talk to people. I have never had an original thought. Maybe you have, but I haven't. Everything that I've learned has come from what I've read, what I see, what I hear. So we have to be sure that we are talking and asking questions of and listening to diverse people every day. I read the New York Times, and every day I read the Wall Street Journal. These are great newspapers. But they're different. The Wall Street Journal is more conservative. The New York Times is wildly, it's liberal. I want to see what the liberals are saying, what the conservatives are saying, and from that I can form more informed decisions. Never forget this. People have to talk to people. We all need to be better informed. And when we talk to each other and talk to the people we work with and the people outside of work, then we'll be more effective in what we do and we'll be more likely to have success in business. Business maxim number 3. There are no silver bullets. You know, entrepreneurs, I wasn't aware of this until maybe 15 years ago, because most of my customers in my businesses were Fortune 500 customers. But entrepreneurs like you and me are bombarded every day with, come join me. I got the greatest biz op. lead system, advertising system, methodology, and I can make you double your income overnight. They're silver bullets because people think there must be some secret to success. And they're looking for that silver bullet, that get-rich-quick scheme. And let me tell you, there are plenty of people out there that are selling you that stuff by the barrels. Remember, there are no silver bullets. Business maxim number 4, reinvent yourself every day. Many companies that make it will have that kind of a curve, then they flatten out, and if they don't reinvent themselves, they start going down. Not only big companies, but little companies. When we get comfortable with what we're doing, with what ourselves, and we're doing okay, we keep doing the same old thing every day, and the world changes, the market changes, technology changes, and we get left behind, and we look around and wonder, how did my business go away? In football, I had to reinvent myself not only every game or every season, but every quarter and every minute. Because guess what? I played quarterback. I was on the offense. But they pay the defensive players and defensive coaches too, and their job is to figure me out, what our tendencies are and what we do, and counteract them. And if I'm not doing the same thing with my own offense, with my own strategies, then they defeat me and they beat me. It's a constant battle between offense and defense, who has the upper hand. Business is no different. We can never be satisfied with where we are. Business maxim number 5. You have to have a sense of desperation. What's that mean? Every morning that I wake up, I have a little fear, a little edge. I build a little sense of desperation and thinking, how in the world can I get one more customer? I go to bed at night with a little sense of desperation and exhaustion, saying, how can I get another customer? And if I don't create that sense of desperation, I am not going to be willing to do the things and change and make things better to be able to get that other customer, to make that product better, to make that customer experience better, to make that change in how I behave and what I do. I've got to have a sense of desperation. If you're just going to be complacent, satisfied with where you are, you won't create that and you won't change. Change is difficult, but we need to change. And that will only happen if you and I create that sense of desperation every day of our lives. And when we do that, we'll have a little bit more edge, and we'll more likely see the opportunities as they come. But we'll also be able to avoid the potholes as they come. Create a sense of desperation every day. Business maxim number 6. You learn more from failure than from success. I can almost say you don't learn from success, you only learn from failure. The New York Times, back in the middle of 2011, on their Sunday magazine, they said, what if the secret to success is failure? And it is. That's what causes us to learn. So to have failure, you got to have activity. You got to be doing something. You got to be active. You got to be trying things. Again, you learn from failure, not from success. Business maxim number 7. Nothing takes the place of hard work. All the things we've talked about are valuable. But if you don't have the thrill and the understanding and the pleasure of understanding hard work, then it won't happen for you. Oh, you say, well, you're a football player. You're lucky. You made all that money playing professional football. Yeah, I made a lot of money playing professional football. My first salary in 1961 was $12,500. I worked on farms when I was in high school. I always understood the pleasure of work. And when I made that $12,500 with the Minnesota Vikings in '61 in the offseason, I had a job with Wilson Truck System, which is based in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And you know what my job was? to go in January, February, and March and April and knock on the doors of shipping clerks in South Dakota and North Dakota and Minnesota to get those people to ship their goods on those big trailer trucks to go from the Dakotas to Minnesota, Chicago, and back. That was hard work, but I understood that that's what it took, and I enjoyed it. I've taken that work ethic from my childhood, from my football career, to now in my 70s. And I love to work because the rewards of work are just great. Enjoy the work experience and understand that if you're not willing to put in the hours and the days and the weeks and the months and work hard, nothing else would matter. Nothing takes the place of hard work.